Hello, women's basketball fans. It's been a whole 7 days since you heard from me. It is your girl, Ari Chambers, here to bring you your weekly updates on the NCAA and WNBA, everything you ever want for women's basketball. Picking up where we left off last week, Maya Moore has given us a final verdict shortly after we released our video for High Post Hoops. She spoke out via the Players Tribune, telling us she's going to be focusing on herself a little bit more, her faith, and her family. So whether that be mission trips or however she wants to go about it, she has told us that she's going to be pursuing this journey as opposed to basketball. So life outside of the court will be her focus for 2019. And Maya, we continue to wish you the best on your journey. In other WNBA news, there's been player movement, there's been player re-signing, and we're honestly here for both. The Connecticut Sun have made the wonderful decision to re-sign Jasmine Thomas, who is the rock, the core of that team. People might not realize it, but she holds it down. She can shoot. She can run the floor. Highly athletic, good defense, and she can just lead her team overall and has a grace and composure about herself that I think goes under the radar a lot. Going on to New York, they have made some interesting but wonderful decisions. They've re-signed Amanda Zahui and Rebecca Allen. Amanda Zahui is very unique to New York in both her size and her skill set. She's post player size and can really rough you up in the paint, and she plays a little aggressively and ruthless, and I like that about her. I think she has the tenacity to work you down low, but she's also been working on her range for the past few years and has developed a pretty solid three-point shot. Between that and her working EuroLeague standings and delivering like that, I think this is a great move by the New York Liberty. And Rebecca Allen with her defense, it's no secret, and lock you down, and she has been the top of the WNBA standings with her defensive plays. So these two, be on the lookout next season. It's lit. Since we're already on the East Coast, we might as well make our way down south, where the Atlanta Dream have just signed Lynetta Kaiser. Before the signing of Kaiser, we know that Atlanta's not lacking in the post presence. They have Elizabeth Williams, they have Imani Stafford-McGee, and they have Monique Billings. But I think Lynetta Kaiser gives a bit of seasoning to that post play, gives a little bit more aggression. Elizabeth Williams is a blocking master. Imani she's long, so she gets in the way of things too. Monique Billings has improved tremendously over the season. It is just her rookie year. So it's going to be an interesting mix to see what happens with all this post play that Atlanta has now acquired, and see the development of Monique Billings in the future season under the direction of Lynetta Kaiser. So now for the NCAA, where Baylor is still holding the top spot at 21-1, and Louisville and Oregon proceeding respectively at 23-1. And the talk of this week, prior to the NCAA shaking up some things, releasing the bracket and seeding and people disagreeing, was the Oregon Ducks, who completely smacks Stanford 88-48, and Sabrina Ionescu is a walking triple-double that has the brightest of futures in the WNBA. Should she leave school this year, which she probably will, but I cannot tell you that factually, but it's just looking likely, because this team is going to go far. It's no question about it. They are dominant, and everybody's talking about it. So keep doing what you're doing. Represent. Louisville's Asia Durr is doing Asia Durr things. She scored 34 points in the victory over Virginia Tech, who is a sneak great team led by Kenny Brooks. He has coached that team to excellence, and they were runners-up of the WNIT last year. They should have made NCAA tournament, but that's a story for a different day. But top to bottom, the ACC is still strong. It's up in the air. Miami just took down Notre Dame, and I would say 1 through 8 have a great chance of making the actual NCAA tournament. Now, the seeding of this NCAA tournament as of today, the Greensboro region is just the most exciting to me. It's Baylor, Notre Dame, Maryland, and South Carolina. Holy competition, because Lord help you. And then you go up to Albany, where Mississippi State and UConn could potentially play each other. And that means one of them won't make the Final Four. And everybody's going to be up in arms because we're used to consistency, but there is none this year. And it's kind of great. So there's a thing. Portland is Oregon, NC State, Iowa, and Gonzaga. It's really important to note that NC State has notched a 2 seed. I'm worried about how they're going to last in the tournament because they do have so many injuries, but injuries were nothing to Notre Dame last year. So maybe that could be a thing as well. And then Chicago has Louisville, Stanford, Marquette, and Iowa State. And everybody's commenting on how Notre Dame's not in the Chicago region as of today. And we'll see how things play out. Well, that about wraps it up for this week. But I do want to give a special shout out to Coach Buffett McGraw's pink pumps for the Play for K game. I live for a pink pump and you rock them. And to the fans out there listening, I will be at NBA All-Star covering WNBA player involvement in the games. So if you have any questions for them, drop them in the comments below and I will see you guys next week. As always, it's Ari Chambers signing out.